What up, what up, what up? RJ Fancy Football back again. You know what it is. 40-second play clock from Rodney. This is JJ. What's going on, man?
Hey, nothing much. How you doing? We made it to week 6, and so far so good. I'm ready to pick some games, see how this thing goes.
All right, so I'm gonna let you lead off this week, because I led off last week. So if you want to go ahead and jump in, we can go ahead and start this thing.
All right. Well, I'm gonna actually start off where I was last week with the Broncos at the Patriots. This game got postponed because of COVID-19. We get it this week, and quite frankly, my opinion hasn't changed too much. It's the game that I said was terrible, and I think it's still going to be terrible, but slightly less because we're expecting to get both Drew Lock and Cam Newton back. The thing you want to watch out for this game, though, is with Melvin Gordon's DUI. He might not play. The coach is not committed on it so far, but Philip Lindsay is somebody you definitely should have picked up because he could play a big impact in this one. I don't think Drew Lock does too much because I think Belichick's going to have the defense against them too well. Noah Fant's supposed to be back too. Could be a decent play. Not too many players I like other than, if Cam's in there, you put him in, Julian Edelman. But I think the Patriots win this one. Not too many from Denver I'm that interested in. It'll be cool to see what, Font does when he's back with Jerry Jeudy. But,
Yeah.
Tim Patrick's been cool, but, whatever.
I'm gonna roll with the Patriots.
Yeah.
That D is too good. They're gonna make Drew Lock look like a
rookie. Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Plus, he hasn't played in a few weeks, so I'm not
so,
really expecting a lot from Denver.
Nah. So. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and roll into mine.
All right.
And you know where I started. So I always start with the Niners. So we hosting. Well, we're playing the Rams this week, and we got a healthy Jimmy G, who's been practicing all week, full practice. You got Raheem Mostert, Deebo Sanders, George Kittle. Then from the Rams, you got Jared Goff, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods. I'm going with the Niners. It's going to be a bounce back game. We're getting two corners back from injury this week. Jimmy is fully healthy. I think last week he wasn't healthy. I think with a fully healthy Jimmy, I think we should be all right this week. Should be able to pull it off. It's going to be close, but I think we can pull it off. So, now let's pull it off. Let's go.
No. Well, we'll see how that goes. I think I'm going to go with the Rams on this one only because I did not like what I saw from Jimmy G last week. But, if he's back healthy, y'all have a much better shot at this one. So, it should be good. Okay. All right, so I go to my next game. I have the Browns at the Steelers. We have a really good divisional matchup. And we get to find out, are the Browns for real with their record? And is Baker Mayfield for real from what we saw last week? I'm thinking not because the Steelers defense is just going to be way too good for them. So I think you're definitely going to play Ben Roethlisberger because they've been lights out and he's been going with different receivers every week. Maybe Chase Claypool again or Juju Smith-Schuster. Only one I'm not too big on is Deontay Johnson, only because he's had injuries like this entire year. So I think that is one I don't feel that comfortable playing. Go with James Conner. I do think you'll play for the Browns your Kareem Hunts because they're going to have a good run game. But I just think they're going to have to pass to keep up with the Steelers, and I don't think that's Baker Mayfield's strength. So I think the Steelers win this one. Not going away, but heavily. Yeah.
I think the Steelers win this one. I think Baker Mayfield playing with a rib injury. I think that hurts a lot. He already has accuracy problems, I think, with the rib injury.
Yeah. Because
you have to kind of breathe. And him not being able to move that ribs, he's going to have that rib cage on. So it's probably going to be kind of difficult. So I wouldn't play Baker Mayfield this week.
No, definitely
or
not.
Probably any of the receivers. I mean, OBJ maybe just because they might come up with some trick plays.
OBJ's been looking pretty good this year.
But Landry, no, I would keep Landry on the bench.
Right.
I would definitely. I think Pittsburgh wins it, though. I think they pull it out.
Yeah.
So, my next game is the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. Earlier in the day, they said a personnel person had a COVID test come back positive. So they saying it could be off, but also read that it's still on for Sunday. So they said everybody else was fine. But obviously, you got Matt Ryan, Todd Gurley, Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, if he practiced this week, Kirk Cousins, Adam Thielen, and Alexander Madison with no Dalvin Cook out there this week. I'm going with Minnesota. Matt Ryan has to play better. We're gonna see what happens with a new coach. They fired the coach and the GM last week, so we're just gonna see what happens if that change makes them play better.
I hope it does because I have Matt Ryan in several leagues and I need them to play better. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah,
So,
hopefully it works out. But
yes.
we'll see how it goes. I also have the Vikings winning this one. I don't think Falcons have anything for them.
No.
Yeah. My next game is going to be the Bengals and the Colts. And I think last week we saw Joe Burrow look very much like a rookie because of strong defense, and the Colts defense is equally strong. And so I think he's going to have a problem there. I still play T. Higgins, I think. I'm not a big guy on Joe Mixon this week, but I do like Jonathan Taylor for the Colts. I think it's going to be a really run-heavy game. Phillip Rivers has not been looking good, and I don't think they really want him to pass the ball too much. So that's going to be a ball control game. Relatively low scoring, but Jonathan Taylor is great. I don't really have too many high expectations. Like Neil Hines has been a disappointment. I don't really expect much from him. Jonathan Taylor, that's about it. All I like for that game.
Yeah, I think Phillip Rivers hasn't looked good at all.
He's looked awful.
Not one bit.
Yeah.
He's looked really, really bad. It was reminding me of last year when he was with the Chargers and he was doing a bunch of picks.
Yeah.
I just don't see him doing well. Like you say, Jonathan Taylor is probably the only one that you can put out there. I love T. Higgins this week, though. I think T. Higgins with no A.J. Green out there is going to play well. He's going to do numbers. So, if I was anybody, I would definitely play T. Higgins. I'm playing T. Higgins this week in my lineup in one of them anyway. So, I'm liking T. Higgins with no A.J. Green. So, and that's going to open the door for him to probably take that second receiver spot.
It's pretty much his. Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree.
Definitely. I'm rolling to my next game, and this one is going to be a blowout. You got the Ravens at the Eagles. You're going to start your normal guys and Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews. Hollywood Brown finally came to life last week. I think he has a pretty good game. Your impact players probably could be a Carson Wentz and a Miles Sanders. You're only starting Carson Wentz if you're in a 2-quarterback league. Miles Sanders has been the only bright spot. Zach Ertz has been terrible. And that's more mainly because of Carson Wentz. So I'm definitely going with Baltimore, and it's probably going to be by 14 to 21 points that they win this game by.
All right. Sounds good. I keep it rolling. Going to my next game is the Lions at the Jaguars, and I'm deeming this the absolutely no defense at all game. So if you have offensive players on both sides, this put them in. It's going to be a lot of Gardner Minshew, James Robinson. I love Laviska Shenault and DJ Chark in this one. On the opposite side, I love Matthew Stafford, TJ Hawkinson, and of course Kenny Galladay. This is probably going to be the highest scoring game of the week because neither one of these defenses can do anything at all. They're both bad at running. They're both bad. Rush defense, they're both bad at passing defense. Offensive players picked up over. This game's going to be lights out.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah. I'm just saying, man. Yeah.
I think I'm hoping Laviska Shenault has his breakout game this one because I'm like, if this is a game where they can unleash him, they've been using him all over the place. So
Shenault is a really good, talented wide receiver that they have to get rolling. Well, he's been rolling, but I think they have to use him as the
he's been picking
receiver.
up, but on this one, well, I don't know about number one because DJ Shark is still something special. But
I mean, he is, but
I'm with you on this. Because Laviska also plays with the running game, I think he's going to be the number one weapon on that team. I give you that.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, you can't go wrong with both of them.
Yeah.
Being good, but I think at some point he's a playing chalk. At some point, but definitely. My next game is a stinker. So I got the Jets at the Dolphins. The Jets just released Le'Veon. So definitely they have no one outside of Jameson Crowder that I would play. Um, for Miami, you can roll with Fitzpatrick because it's an easy matchup. Um, Devontae Parker, Kaseki are a couple guys you can roll with. I would say any of the any of the Miami guys that's producing, I will put them in the game. The Jets defense stink. I mean, it's just a bad organization. There's no more you can say about it. I mean, their quarterback stink. Like I say, James Crowder is the only one you roll with. Miami wins this thing handily.
Yeah. Is there a more dysfunctional team than the Jets in the NFL? I really don't think there is. I mean, the Raiders few years ago were very dysfunctional and looking bad, but they've never looked this bad. So,
I mean, it really starts with ownership,
yeah.
and it starts with the GM, and it's the coach. Like, to me,
they should. I don't know why they hired Adam Gase. They saw him in Miami and said, "Yeah, this is what we want for our team." Really?
Thank you.
Okay.
I mean, they should have fired. They should have been the first team to fire the coach and GM.
Yeah.
And they still ain't did it yet, and they still playing like crap. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know what they figure about getting rid of Le'Veon Bell is gonna do, because
right.
Granted, I love Frank Gore as a Niners fan, but Frank Gore is, at this point, he's not giving you anything.
Yeah.
So
what, 37?
37. I mean,
no way.
I mean, they got to stop it at some point.
Full disclosure, though, I did pick up Frank Gore in one of my leagues because I needed running back help. I figured that's a very desperate move. I'm not playing him this week, but I did pick him up. I gotta say. So
I mean, it wasn't a thought in my mind.
Yeah.
So no, you can have him though, definitely.
Well. Anyway, since you said went with a stinker, I go to my next stinker game as well, and that's the Washington football team at the Giants. And the only thing I can guarantee you with this game is there's going to be bad quarterback play. I don't know who's going to be the quarterback. They say Kyle Allen's going to start, but we saw Alex Smith come in last week. And if Kyle Allen is healthy, he's going to start, but he's not good. Alex Smith is a great story, but he's not really that good. And we know Daniel Jones is not that good. So I don't really like anybody in this team except for, I'm going to say, Scary Terry has his comeback. And he looked bad last week. I think he'll look much better in this game. I like the Washington football team's defense. I think that front four is going to give Daniel Jones problems. But other than that, I tried Evan Ingram last week. It didn't work out. I'm not going down that road again. So staying away from Giants players as much as I can. So.
I think Scary Terry has a better game.
Yeah.
Kyle Allen's probably he's gonna try to throw the ball down the field. The thing with Alex Smith, he's a dink and dunk. He's been like that his whole career. So that's why Scary Terry didn't do much.
Right.
Slayton normally performs well against bad teams. I'm actually gonna pick the Giants to win this. I just think the Redskins are not as dysfunctional as the Jets. But I think they need. I still don't understand the bitching of Haskins. To me, I think that's a little crazy. I think they should have let him play it out and then made that decision at the end of the year. But I think the Giants kind of pulled this out in a 17-10 type of game.
Right.
So I'm not gonna watch it, even though it's gonna be on stuff. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know how watchable it is, but since it's going to be on, I'll probably look at it. I think the Washington football team squeaks it out, but I'm not really confident in it. I hate watching both of these teams. So I mean, it might come down to who got the ball last. Yeah, honestly, bad game, just a bad game.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go to my game, which is a great game. We got the Green Bay Packers at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Ronald Jones II. You can roll with any of these guys because I feel like this is going to be a shootout, but I feel like the Green Bay Packers are going to win this thing. I am not betting against Aaron Rodgers. He is on fire right now. He's getting Devontae Adams back. He's going to do even more work with Devontae Adams out there. I'm just a little leery about picking Tampa Bay because they lost to a Nick Foles Chicago's team last week, and they looked awful. in a way like in that second half. So definitely, I think they can't do that against Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Green Bay is going to be magnificent on this. I love what Aaron Rodgers and that whole offense is doing right now. So, good call, good call. But speaking of Nick Foles, I go to my next game, and it's the Bears at the Panthers. And I love the way Teddy Bridgewater's been playing. He's been a surprise to me because he's going downfield, and I think he's going to have a great day with Robbie Anderson. I've been on the DJ Moore train, but I think the Robbie Anderson train is much better. So, for now. So, we'll see how it goes. I still like DJ Moore in this, but I think Robbie Anderson's the guy. Allen Robinson is the guy I'm playing for Chicago because that's the guy Nick Foles looks. So he's locked in on him. He could easily get 15 receptions this week because that's the only guy Nick Foles looks at, and he's a streaky guy. I don't like playing him or really anybody else on that team other than David Montgomery because Ty Gurley looked really good against that defense, and I think David Montgomery can have an equally good game. Maybe not quite as good, but very close to it. So, yeah. Hey, he's got volume.
He does.
He's got volume.
I think I just don't like Nick Foles. Nick Foles, he stinks. Yeah. And when he's hot, he's hot. They lose. So definitely, I would, if I was a betting man, which I am at the time, I would not put my money on Chicago.
Nah, I'm Panthers all the way on this one.
Yeah, I think Teddy Bridgewater could win comeback player of the year the way he's playing this year.
It's possible.
Robbie Anderson is. I told you.
Yeah, you told me.
Robbie Anderson is. He is turning out.
I thought he was a one-trick wonder. I mean, I thought it was just, but no, he's a legit receiver.
He's definitely
he's been legit.
I mean, it's like we just said. The Jets are dysfunctional.
Yeah.
So when you get away from that Jets team, he showed what he really can do. And I've been on that bandwagon since this summer. I say people, Robbie Anderson is going to be that guy.
Yeah.
So he definitely showed out. He's showing out now. So I'm definitely with on that one. I'm gonna go to my game. This is a semi-big game. You got a 4-0 Tennessee Titans, and you got a Houston team that's coming off a big win. So you got Deshaun Watson, you got David Johnson, Brandon Cook, who had a big game last week, William Fuller, and you got Ryan Tannehill, who had an excellent game. Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown is back, people. Juno Smith. But I'm going to surprise y'all, and I'm going with the Houston Texans. I think at the end of the day, new coaching staff, I think that energy in the room has changed a little bit in Houston. I think they're getting their confidence up, and I think Deshaun Watson, he's starting to get his footing right there. So I think he's going to be awesome. But it's going to be a good game, though. But I'm rolling with Houston.
Yeah, I think the Texans are definitely looking better. It was win 1 week, but I think they've looked much better. But I love the way the Titans played. I'm going with the Titans on one of this one because I'm a believer. I think they're going to be a problem in the playoffs. I think.
I like Tannehill. We talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
Tannehill fits that team
perfect
and what they're trying to do. So he's not being relied on to carry the whole team like he was in Miami. Because Derrick Henry is the big piece. A.J. Brown is the big piece. He's just that guy that's there to kind of game manager, get them a first down or two if they need to get a touchdown. And he might do a spectacular play every now and then to kind of make you say, wow, Tannehill. Because we both was watching the game. And we was like, yo, we didn't see this. We didn't know Tannehill could run around like this. So
he looks good. In that offense.
In that offense.
In that offense, I agree with you.
I agree with you, but I just feel like Deshaun Watson, from the game he had last week, I think he's going to come out and continue that. Brandon Cooks is not going to do what he did, but I think he's still going to be really good this week along with William Fuller.
I feel you. All right, so I do my last game, and it's my favorite game of the week. It's the Chiefs at the Bills, and I am saying this game is going to be great because both teams lost last week. Both teams are coming in on a mission, but I think the Chiefs are just the better team. So go with Patrick Mahomes. You're playing Patrick Mahomes every week. I don't have to tell you that. This is the last chance for Clyde Edwards-Helaire to look good, but I don't think he's going to do so against this Bills defense. Because that's one thing that they're really good at, but they're bad against the pass. So Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, McCole Hardman, put all those guys in. They're going to have a great game. Josh Allen, he looked bad last week. I don't think he's going to look that bad, but I don't think he's going to look great. But you still play him and Diggs, of course. Not a fan of either of the running backs. This is where I think Le'Veon Bell should have been. I think he would have looked good in the Bills' colors and in that offense. But what do I know? He went to the Chiefs. He won't play this week, but probably the week after that. We'll see how it goes.
I just don't understand him going there. To me, it doesn't make sense for him to go there. But I understand why he did it, because he wants to win a Super Bowl.
I'm about to say championship.
A chance of winning a Super Bowl.
Right.
So I get it. But at the same time, it's a lot of mouths to feed, especially in that running back room.
Right.
So it's like you got Shade, you got
they're not a run heavy team though. To me, it seems like the Bills fit him better. It's closer to what he did with Pittsburgh, and I don't even know if we haven't seen him be good since he was Pittsburgh. I don't know if Le'Veon Bell really is Le'Veon Bell as we expect him. We'll find out with the Chiefs what he has left in the tank. But running backs go off that cliff so quickly. I think I like the young guy, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But he has a 1-year contract to prove himself.
Well, I really think, and then as far as Buffalo, my question, and I've been saying this, and the thing is, I have congratulated Josh Allen in the last couple of weeks for playing well.
Yeah.
But I did say the schedule toughens up just a tad bit coming down. So this is where he make his mark as being a great quarterback in these games. Last week he didn't show it too well last week, but this game he got to come out and he got to beat the Josh Allen of earlier in the year. And if he can do that and pull off a win against them, even though I'm going with KC, but if he can pull off a win, that's going to show that it's there. He's one of those quarterbacks. So
it's not a must win, but it's one of those games he needs to win to show, hey, I'm legit. I'm with you.
I'm legit.
I'm
so
with you.
Now, if he come out and lay an egg again, are the footsteps and the whistles going to be like, oh, this is the Josh Allen we knew. But I think it's going to be a good game. Because he did recover last week from the earlier mistakes that he made. So he threw for 267, if I'm not mistaken.
267.
3 touchdowns. So he played well. It was too late.
Right.
So he can't make the mistakes he did last week earlier.
Not against the Chiefs.
Gonna get behind.
Right.
No, he's gonna get behind. Yeah. So no. I'm gonna go to my last game, which is the last game we have of the night. And we got Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. No Dak Prescott. Obviously, we know why he's out for the season. You got Zeke, you got Amari, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got Gallup, you got Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, Chase Edmonds. I'm gonna roll the dice and say I'm going with the Cowboys on this one. I think the Cowboys win this one closely because Arizona defense is really not that great. Dalton stepping in for Dak. He should be able to fill that role, but not as Dak would do it, but just throwing the ball around. And CeeDee Lamb is probably going to have a great game. So I'm definitely going with Dallas on this one.
Yeah, this is the prove it game to see how good Andy Dalton is, or they say that offense, anybody will look good in it. So if Andy Dalton look good in it, I guess they'll be right. But I'm trying to figure it out. Flip a coin on this one for me. I think I might go with the Cardinals, but I reserve the right to switch that to the Cowboys later.
Hold on, no. This has all been recorded, so you can't flip a coin when the Cowboys are up by 14.
Oh no, I have my coin flipped before the game starts off. But
remember, he said this.
But I am right now tonight saying the Cardinals, but I might change it.
Well, I feel like you say, if this offense, I don't want to say any quarterback can win in this offense, but it's the pieces are there.
Right. It's designed for you to be successful, right?
Yeah. If he ain't successful in this, he don't need to be in the league no more.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you got 3 good receivers. You got a great running back. If you can't win, then you got a good defense in Dallas. So it's like, if you can't win with this team, you don't need to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have a good game though. Arizona defense is not that good. And then Chase Edmonds, I think he's going to do what he do. Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins, that connection is always going to be there. So
Yeah.
I should say Dallas wins this
Yeah.
in a close one. I think they win it in a close one, 27-24 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All I got.
Hey, and that's all we have for this week. So, hey, we'll see how these games go with our Week 6 predictions. Hopefully, everyone, good luck to you. And as you set your lineups, let us know in the comments what you think. If we got something wrong, let us know. Hit like, hit subscribe. Follow us on R&J Fantasy Football Talk, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
And like I say, and like we say, we here and we ain't going nowhere.
All right. See you later.
See you later.